Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Game 17 of the 2024 Under-18 Softball State Championships for the women. We are here at Downey Park, where we are going to bring to you live Coral Coast on Rockhampton. Rockhampton just coming off a very narrow loss to Maryborough Townsville. That was a great game, going down 10-9 in the bottom of the 6th innings. So let's see if they can bounce back here against Coral Coast. Rockhampton won the toss, elected to field. So let's jump into the Rockhampton defensive lineup.
So starting off with the pitching duties in this one will be Georgette Zania to Nairi Ross behind home plate. First base will be Dakota Anderson. Second base, Georgia Aram. Third base, Taylor Fuller. Shortstop, Yodine Schumann. In the outfield, left field will be Addison Goldston, centre field Emily Hall, and right field Miranda Fanges. Miley Ingram will be taking on the DP duties for Taylor Fuller, and then we have Rose Murphy, Mackenzie Wright, and Sarah Holt rounding it out for us on the bench.
And let's go through the Blues. Controlling this game behind the plate will be the very experienced Darren Clark. Over on first base we have Seth Hardiker. And at third, we have Mia Diesman. Apologies if I got that wrong. So we are just waiting for the warm-up pitches to complete, and we will be underway. We are all ready to go here. Coral Coast batting.
Lead off this time round will be Grace Townsend.
And she comes out swinging, literally, with a swing and a miss first strike.
Drops a short one here.
That's a lovely bunch. She's going to beat the throw here. Doesn't even bother throwing in the end.
Yep.
Great deception there. Coral Coast using the short game to full advantage.
We saw Townsend do that in the game against Redlands as well, and just worked beautifully for it, bunting it up to third base that time as well. So second up to bat here for Coral Coast is Carly Law.
Comes around short. It's for the steal. That's a great throw, but she slides under. Lovely job there from Townsend.
Yeah,
so
great running there from Grace Townsend.
Coral Coast come out aggressive early.
Carly Law swinging at that one.
It's going to drop.
Drops into no man's land.
And nothing they can do about that. Grace running again from Townsend to get to 3. So Coral Coast with runners on the corners, none out early in this first innings. Just not quite ready to get into this game here, Rockhampton, but we saw in that last game they can come home strong.
Yep. Amelia Alford now with runners on the corners.
Starts with a short one. I think that's to allow the runner to get to 2. Exactly what she does.
catcher, just letting third base know there that there was no one in behind that runner. Grace happy to just sit there and wait till they chased her back.
Ball one, the call so far. Oh,
that
big
was a
swing.
big swing.
Big swing, way too early for that pitch.
We have seen a few of those from Alfred over the weekend, but she does adjust and come back strong, so good to get it out of the system. And there it comes.
Oh, that's fair.
Yep.
That's fair up third baseline. Great hit. It's going to go all the way to left field. And 2 runners will score on that. Great job there from the batter.
I think she did that last game too. Just had the big air swing and then absolutely nailed it into left field.
Yeah, have a look at the replay here. Absolutely rocketed it. Early call from Darren Clark that it was fair. And it certainly was, straight over the base.
Incredibly consistent batter. Ash Ross in now. Having a great tournament so far.
She's been leading off a fair bit, as we see eventually number 27 for Coral Coast takes third base. Ashley Ross has been leading off a lot of this tournament, so they've pushed her down the order, probably into more of a power hitting kind of position in the batting lineup.
Yeah. They've all been safe hits that she's getting, so, you know, get some runners ahead of her.
Yeah, and that's a slow roller to shortstop, and that's
And
up
there
and
she
over.
is.
She's going to go to 2 on that throw. Will she get there?
Easy, yeah.
Certainly does. An RBI. Coral Coast jump out to a 3-0 lead here. See.
So 3 runs in so far. Ash Ross on second. Sophie Doyle into bat.
Oh, that's
Straight
a rip
into it.
straight up the middle.
That will
Absolute
score
cracker.
Ross, I think.
Yeah, Ross comes home quite comfortably in the end. That is a ripper of a hit from the number 41.
Yeah, Rockhampton coming out of that really tough game against Maryborough in the end, just showing a little bit of fatigue perhaps.
So we're having a look at that hit. Saw that. That came off the absolute sweet spot.
And this will bring in Bethany Doran.
So Coral Coast jumping out to a 4-0 lead. Rocky yet to get an out as that one is hooked into foul territory up third baseline. Strike 1. In the dirt, they're going for the pick off. Oh, almost got her. But, yep.
Look, it perhaps wasn't the most textbook of slides.
Dive. It was a dive. Got there in the end. So, look, all's well that ends well for Coral Coast. Almost got the out there for Rockhampton. It was worth the effort. One's in the dirt, gets through the catcher's legs, and she will comfortably take 3 on the pass ball. So Coral Coast with a runner on third base in the top of the first, none out. Yeah. 2-1 the count here. That is a high outside called strike from Darren behind the dish. Two and two the count on the batter. And it scoops that. Good catch.
Nicely taken.
There's the first out for Rocky. They can get started now. Good catch coming forward, getting that low close to the ground.
Yeah, good work here from Taylor Fuller on third base. Does bring in now Charlie Wager.
Runner still on third base for Coral Coast. That is a high outside call, first strike from Darren. And that's a low outside ball. 1-1 the count so far. Still the top of the first, only one out for Rocky. See if they can make it two. And that is popped
from Wager.
Oh, great effort from the second baser. Knocks it down, but the runner still scores. Lovely effort. She actually jumped higher than she needed to. Ended up hitting the palm of the glove.
Yeah.
And knocked down.
Bit of a shake of the head from Georgia Aram there on second base, but she did a great job to get to that one. Leilani Dunn in now. Drops a short, but
can't get it in play. That's a foul ball. Coral Coast up 5-0 here early in the first innings.
One away though for Rockhampton. We have seen Leilani finding the outfield though with some great hits so far over the weekend.
Oh, big swing and a miss on that one. Runner goes. Just couldn't hang on to the ball.
You know what, she had that tag, but just the runner coming through, the momentum has knocked the ball from her glove.
Yeah, it didn't quite get it right in the pocket. It was kind of in the top of the glove.
Yeah.
And the little knock was all it took, as we have a quick look at the replay of that one.
It's a great effort from Yodine to pull that ball in, but yeah, just not quite enough grip on it.
Rockets that one. That's going to be a safe hit to left field. Runner will go to 3. Runner's on the corner now. Good hit there from number 12.
Yeah, that arm of Addie Goldston out here in left field, she is not going to let those runners get any more bases than they're entitled to.
Yeah, we saw a couple of throws from left field to home for tag-outs in the earlier game against Maryborough.
So number 9 in this lineup for Coral Coast is Mackenzie Ball.
So 1 out, runners on the corners. They're going to take it to 2. She's kind of gone halfway at the line. That's a big lead. She's satisfied just to go back in the end. Called first strike. And another outside pitch for a strike. She's almost gone halfway at the line. She might as well just go to 2. Not sure what was happening there.
I think trying to entice the throw there so the runner on 3 can go home.
Yeah, runner on 3 was well parked on the base. Yep. Don't think she planned on going anywhere.
And Rockhampton not getting sucked in by that one either.
Yeah, so 2 strikes on the batter now. That's ripped out. It's going to drop short of left field.
Beautiful hit here.
That will be score 2 runs. So Coral Coast jumps out to a 7-0 lead. Rocky, probably just a bit of fatigue. That was an absolute monster of an earlier game that they played immediately prior to this game.
Back up the top here with Townsend.
We just finished watching that replay. Great job scoring those 2 runs. Low outside for ball 1.
Makes the throw, but...
Oh, it's gone into left field.
Yeah.
So the runner will score. Was there a runner on 3?
No.
No runner on 3.
No. Mackenzie just taking enough lead that catcher has thrown behind her, which was enough for Mackenzie Ball to take second base. Oh, that was a big swing from Townsend there. The head was up. She was looking over the back fence with that one.
1 out here for Rocky. Can they get these last 2 outs? Up over the zone for a ball. 2-2 now the count.
Ball just being a little cheeky out here on second base as the runner. Oh,
Great.
straight back.
Straight up to centre field. That's a lovely little hit. Runner is
Great
also going to
arm.
score. And on the throw to home, the runner will take second base. Not always the best option throwing home there if there's no play. Does allow that runner from 1 to go to 2. Have another look at that. Lovely hit out to centre field.
Yeah, Emily Hill has a great arm, but just not enough to stop the runner coming home.
Called strike there.
Carly Law with that little hit that just kind of landed in no man's land, but fouling that off down the third baseline this time.
Two strikes on the batter. Can they get that second out here? Rocky, lovely pitch. That's gone out to centre field.
Skied.
Oh, good catch there. Lovely work by the centre fielder for Rocky, securing that second out. Good job there. Lovely hit. Just picked out the fielder. That was the only issue.
Yeah, not the easiest of catches in the end for Hill. She did have to come in with a bit of a bucket.
Made up some good ground to take it in the end though.
Yeah.
That is inside for a ball.
Alford now. Beautiful double up that line of third base into left field last go.
Coral Coast up 8-0. Rocky with 2 outs though. Let's see if they can shut this down and have a bat themselves. Oh, going for a steal to 3. Oh, she slid around the tag. That's great work.
Wow.
Is that Townsend?
No, that would have...
Number 10.
Yeah, sorry, Townsend.
Yeah,
yes.
great job there by Townsend. Ball 2, no strikes. Signals Darren Clark. Watches that one go through for a ball. Three and 0 the count. Runner on third. That is up and away, and we'll take the walk. We'll bring in, is that Ashley Ross?
It is Ash Ross in lucky number 13. Looking to continue her form here.
Runners on the corners, first and third. See if they go for the steal. No, going for the hit. Well picked up by shortstop. Oh, it's just had to come off the base a little bit. That was all. That was enough. Great speed by Ross to get safe. That will score the runner with runners on 1 and 2 now with still 2 out. See here, good pace shown by Ross to beat that throw.
It was a good pickup, but just Ross, I think, with that lucky 13.
That is rocketed down foul ball line.
So Sophie Doyle obviously took some offence at something her coach said at some point today.
Coming straight back at her. She had a great hit in her first at bat this game.
Yeah, out into centre field.
And I feel like she's trying to continue that form.
Great grab there from the catcher behind the plate.
Well outside.
Nairi Ross has also caught quite a number of innings over the weekend. Doing a great job.
One and 1 the count. Coral Coast up 9-0. That is skied. It's very shallow. Shortstop, second base calls it. Oh, in and out of the glove. Again, just not getting that second hand up to help close that glove.
Almost dropped into the glove there of shortstop on the way back down, but not to be.
Just a little bit of fatigue. We're late into the second day here. These players have had a lot of time out on those hot diamonds. Good effort though Not sure why the runner wasn't running, but
I think she thought
Ashley
it was
Ross.
caught.
Oh, it was 2 down, so should have been running
of course.
either way. And
Doran
that's a
here.
slow roller, forced to 3. There's the out. And Rocky able to shut this innings down, but heading into the bottom of 1, they are already facing a 9-0 deficit.
Coral Coast into field now, starting off with pitching duties, Ashley Ross to Amelia Alford behind home plate. First will be Leilani Dunn, second Mackenzie Ball, third Charlie Wager, short Sophie Doyle. Outfield will be Carly Law in left, Grace Townsend in centre, and Bethany Doran in right, with Pippa Kelly, Finlay Allen and Jasmine Wager on the bench.
So Coral Coast off to a flyer with the bats, but they need to back it up with a strong defensive innings here. Let's see how they go.
Emily Hill set to lead off here for Rocky.
And she was swinging for the fences. She was having a look at where that was going. And swing and a miss there for strike 1. Just resets herself here. And it go around to shortstop, picked up. Rockets a throw, beats it by a step. Oh no, called safe on first. Not sure if we're going to have someone ask a question. It is a judgment call in the end. Let's have another look at that replay.
Tell you what, it was a rocket from Sophie Doyle over, but Emily is very quick. Oh.
That is rocketed up first baseline, foul. Ball 1 the count, and skies that, goes foul into the back net for a 0-2 count. Sorry, no balls, 2 strikes.
So Miranda had the DP duties last game as well, hitting doubles to centre and a single to left.
And that's the 3rd strike, it's dropped, but it will be automatically out because first base was occupied. So that is the first out for Coral Coast.
Bringing in the left fielder, Addie Goldston. Addie also with a couple of singles to outfield in that last game.
Lets that one go through inside for a ball.
Big swing there from
Fouls
Goldston.
Yeah, gets it off the end of the bat. That's foul. It's hit the catcher. That hurts. We're just going to take time here to allow that catcher to regather herself a little bit. Back into it there. Catcher just copping that foul ball on her bare throwing hand. So just taking a minute to make sure she's all good, but she is back in there.
We saw those fingers flexing, so good to go.
They're pretty tough, those catches. So good job there to get back into it. That was low and inside, well picked up out of the dirt. 1-1 the count.
On the outside of the plate there. So watching for Ross to adjust here.
Good
and
pitch.
Adjust she does.
Up and in for a called strike. That was a lovely pitch from Ross. See her just go through her ritual, picks up a bit of dirt. Oh, can't help herself. That was up and out of the zone, but manages to foul it off. Count remains unchanged at 2-2. And punches that one foul up first baseline. Well stopped there by the Rockhampton assistant coach. Two and two, the count, bottom of the first, one out here for Coral Coast. And hits that into herself. That is a dead ball. Count still remains unchanged at 1-1. 2 and 2, sorry.
I was like, did we go backwards?
No, 2 and 2, sorry. Knew it was even. Ross comes in, and again, another foul off. So this is a good battle here between the left fielder for Rocky and Ashley Ross and the pitching plate.
Yeah, good job by Addie.
That one's hit into first base, fence line.
Might have a record soon for the number of foul balls hit.
Oh, I don't know. There's some pretty high records sitting out there.
Well, in this tournament.
In this tournament, maybe. I've seen 13, 14 foul balls plus in one at bat.
I think my record's 17, and it was the last game my mother ever came to watch because they were all down the line she was sitting on watching.
Fair enough. Oh, good hold. Just outside the plate there. Good hold by the batter.
This will bring in Rocky's DP, Miley Ingram.
That's low in the dirt for ball one. So Rocky with runners on 1 and 2 and only one out here. So good chance to open their account. Oh, that's a great pitch from Ross. Low inside, called strike.
Oh.
Swing and a miss for another strike. Didn't put a whole lot into that. I think it was an afterthought, that swing. Ball 1, strike 2. And low inside, left alone for another ball.
Emily Hill taking some great jumps off second base here.
Coral Coast just struggling to shut this innings down. They've got one out. And that one's up the line, gets through second base. Runners all advance. So that will load the bases up here in the bottom of the first.
Good speed too from Bethany Doran in right field, coming charging in. Keep those runners to only the one base. Yodine Showman in now.
Great pitch there for a called strike. Great pitch there. Strike 2 now. 0-2 on Yodine. Ross jumping ahead in this count.
Big chop up that right field line, but foul.
Yeah, foul ball there.
I think Yodine will be keen to have a hit in this game. She was 4 appearances at the plate against Maryborough, but walked every time.
Yeah, they did not want to put it in her zone.
No.
Oh, and 2 the count remains. And that is skied down that first baseline. Is it foul? It is foul.
Yeah. Second base just not quite able to get far enough across to take that catch, but they get another shot at her.
And that one fouled off into the back net for a still unremained 0-2 count.
Yeah, great job with these Rocky batters. They are making Ross throw as many pitches as they can.
That is low outside for another ball. First ball, actually. Ball 1, strike 2, the count. That one's up the line, good plays, force out at 3, goes for the double, gets the double.
Great job.
Great job there from Coral Coast. So they shut that innings down, keep their scoreboard clean. Heading into the top of 2, they are leading 9-0. We are just about to get underway here. We have had a change in the defensive lineup for Rockhampton.
So Miley Ingram coming out of DP into field and taking on the pitching duties. Georgette heading across to shortstop and Yodine taking third base. That will push Taylor Fuller onto the bench.
So, a few words of encouragement there from the catcher. I like it, trying to pump her team up. So, a defensive change here for Rocky. Let's see if it can help. The score is 9-1, just to let you know, in that last play. Because the force was broken when third baser picked it up and touched her base, the run going from 3 to home still counts because she crossed home plate before the third and final out was taken at 1. So it is a 9-1 score line in the top of 2.
Charlie Wager just jumping out of the way of that one.
In the dirt for another ball. 2-0 the count here.
Had a single through second base last time.
And rips that one down the right-hand line.
Fair.
That is a lovely shot. She's going to go to 2. Good job there from the young batter.
Great lead off there by Coral Coast.
So high outside, and she just went with it straight over the head of the first baser.
Leilani Dunn in next. Single to left last time.
That is well away. She's going to go for the steal at 3. She's going to get there.
Yeah, good base running there from Charlie.
Don't think Rocky were quite ready for that. Runner on 3, none out here. That is up and away.
Oh, great pick up there.
So 3-0 the count here. That is up and away. Gets away. So runners on the corners for Coral Coast. Runners on 1 and 3. Top of the 2. None out. And that goes behind the batter. Runner will take 2. Runner on 3 will happily stay put. Ball 1, the count here.
Mackenzie Ball, number 9 batter here. Ooh.
And that's a dead ball. I think it's hit her in the leg, yeah. Got her on the back leg. So I don't think she swung through, so that is a walk.
Townsend straight into it with a hit to third base.
Goes for the out at home, but can't get it. Throw is wild. So Coral Coast score. They go up 10-1. Runners all advance. Loaded bases. So I think it was the right play. Just couldn't quite execute it here. So we see here goes for the throw at home, but it was a little wild. Catcher Georgia can't get it. So we are back live now. 10-1, loaded bases. That is up and away. Well taken.
Yeah. Carly Law, 1 from 2 in her bats. fly out to centre field last time.
Anything in the outfield should see this scoreline increase. And that is hit foul up first baseline, straight into the side net for a 1-1 count. And backs away from that inside. That is up and away for another ball. So ball 2, strike 1. That is a great outside pitch for a called strike.
Yeah, good recovery here from Miley Ingram.
2-2 now the count. And that is outside. Ball 4. That will see another run come in as it is loaded bases. Good effort there though. Took it all the way to the end. Just couldn't quite get that last pitch across the outside edge.
Amelia Alford in next.
Loaded bases, none out. Coral Coast can really do some damage here if they can get a good hit. And that is a rocket, but it's gone foul up third baseline. So intent is clear. They're not going to sit back and wait for this. That is outside for another ball. 1-1 the count. And that's low and inside. 2-1 the count here. So Rocky, if they can roll a double here, that will go a long way to shutting this innings down. Got loaded bases. Usually you'd see the infield close up here, but pivots are staying back. That's rocketed to shortstop. A little misfield. Runners will all advance safely there. Just kicked on Georgette a little bit there at shortstop. And good aggressive base running has allowed them to get there.
So still loaded bases for Coral Coast. Ash Ross coming in now.
And a low inside, but 2 inside, ball 1.
Ingram working hard here.
And a called strike there. 1-1 the count. Ball 1, strike 1. And off the handle of the bat. It's going to roll up to second base. They've got the out, yes, called out there. So out at 1. The run will still score though. So an RBI for Ashley Ross. Runners on 2 and 3, so that force is now gone. And 1 out for Rockhampton.
Sophie Doyle straight into it.
Big swing and a miss there. Strike 1 on the batter. Goes outside for a ball. 1-1 now the count. I think they're trying to do the speed up rule. They're just confirming 1 out. I think Darren's got 1 out. Confirming with the scorer. 1 out. Yep, 1 out. Ease up. Coral Coast. No runners yet. So 1-1 the count. Runners on 2 and 3. That has gone up. First baseline. That's going to land.
Oh, great effort.
Great effort from the second base. I almost reeled it in. Couldn't quite do it in the end. Runner will score. Throw goes wild, but the runners choose to stay put. Good job there from Coral Coast. Great defensive effort there from Rockies. Just can't quite get it cleanly.
So Nairi Ross, who's taken on second base duties, had a good crack at it, but not quite there.
So we've got a change here for Coral Coast. Got a new batter coming in. See if we can have a look at who that is. Number 33 is coming in to bat now.
So Pippa Kelly in for Bethany Doran.
And given the time, I think that's just going to be a straight change as opposed to a pinch hit. Oh, that's a lovely pitch.
Yep.
Up the top middle of the zone for a called first strike. And lays off that one. It was too high.
Good effort from Miley there, seeing if she can tempt her with a similar pitch, but just outside the zone that time.
1-1 at the count. That is outside for another ball. Ball 2, strike 1 now.
So Coral Coast have runners on 2 and 3. 1 away so far.
That one's in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. Runners will stay put. Good job there from Rocky.
Oh,
Dead ball. Runner will take 1.
Pippa might have just copped that in the knee.
Doesn't look like it's hurt her in the end. But that will load the bases up, so it kind of makes it a little bit easier for Rocky defensively. They can just shoot home on a force play.
Up and away out of the zone there, but Coral Coast runners happy to stay where they are.
They're just going to let ball 1 on the batter. Goes for that low outside. It's a good pitch. Drops over the outside corner for a called strike. 1-1 now the count.
So Charlie, 2 from 2 in her bat so far. Pops that one high in the sky.
Infield fly, so it doesn't matter, it's dropped. The batter is still out. So that is 2 out now for Rockhampton. And because there's now 2 down, that infield fly rule no longer applies, so they will have to take the catches. So you can see the umpire calling infield fly, batters out. 2 down, loaded bases, Coral Coast leading 14-1 in the top of the second here.
Leilani Dunn. Single and a walk so far.
Good pitch there for a called first strike. That one's in the dirt, well picked up behind the dish. 1-1 now the count. And another ball there.
Just a little bit too inside. Oh.
And foul ball. Hit it into her own foot by the looks of that one,
Yep.
but no damage done in the end. That is up and in for a ball. Full count now, ball 3, strike 2, loaded bases here.
See what Miley Ingram can do.
Got a strong bat here, doesn't want to put too much of the ball over the strike zone, but doesn't have a lot of choice. She does that. Good pick up by second, takes her time, gets the out at 1. That is side away. So we head into the bottom of 2, Rockhampton trailing Coral Coast 14-1. Bottom of the 2, can Rocky put some more runs on here? They do have 1. See if they've got more.
Oh.
Umpire just asking the on-deck batter to go to the other side because of the left-hander. And fouls
that one off.
Don't know if she really wanted to hit that, but got a piece of it in the end.
She has a little cheeky giggle on her face there.
Strike 1 here for the left-handed batter. That is a good low outside pitch for a strike. 0-2 now, the count early. Good shot there, but fouls it up first baseline.
Yeah, Mackenzie Wright coming in for a bat here.
0-2 the count. Swing and a miss, and that will be strike 3. Good job there from Ashley Ross to get the out. Yeah, good outside pitch. Left-hander couldn't reach it.
Georgia Aram in now.
Called first strike. Swing and a miss for a second strike. 0-2. Ashley Ross jumps ahead in this count. Low inside, she scoops
I think
it.
she's chipped that over.
It's going to land fair. That's a great hit for Rockhampton.
Yeah, well done by Georgia Aram there.
Yeah, over the infield, short of the outfield. Just no man's land there.
Dakota Anderson in next.
Outside the zone for ball 1. 1 out here. See if Rocky can take advantage of this opportunity. Swing and a miss there for strike 1-1. Pitch comes in. That was a great low pitch.
Just under the bat in the end of Dakota.
Ball 1, strike 2. Signals our plate umpire, Darren Clark. Fouls that one off. Count remains unchanged. Ball 1, strike 2. Again, another foul off. Hanging in there well, the Rockhampton batter. Ball 1, strike 2 still. Oh, that's a great third pitch. Called strike. Nice work from Ross. And love the throw out, Darren. Great theatre for the game. Let's have another look at it. Lovely outside corner from Ross to get that third strike. We saw the speed up rule happen. We've got a runner on for the catcher on first base.
And Georgette Sania in now.
Called strike on that outside corner again. Ross finding that outside edge of the plate quite nicely so far this innings. Bottom of 2, 2 outs. And that one is rolled foul up first baseline. That one is a slow roller, gets to second base, fires it. Oh, just a bit low that throw. Runners will get to 2 and 3 respectively. Well cleaned up by the catcher in the end.
Loving the enthusiasm coming from this Rockhampton bench there.
Yeah, great way to cheer their runners on. Rocky in a great position to add to that first run they have with runners now on 2 and 3.
Emily Hill stepping in too. She had that hit through shortstop last time that saw her called safe on first, but drilled it up the first base line instead that time.
Strike one on the batter, 2 outs, but Rocky with runners in scoring position on second and third. Whew. That one a little too low. One and one the count here. Oh, that's a lovely pitch. Again, going back to that favoured outside. Working very well for Ross here.
So 2 strikes on Emily Hill here. Just missing on the outside there.
Great pitch, that's gone up right hand side. It's going to land fair. We got 2 runners in, and the runner will advance to 2 on the throw home. So Rocky not going away here, closing that gap, 14-3 now. So still 2 out, runner on second base. Number 50 coming in to bat now for...
So Sarah Holt coming in to replace Miranda Fanges in the batter's box.
That's across the bottom of the zone.
So just fouling that one off.
Had a late swing at that one. Swing and a miss there. That is the 3rd out. So as we head into the top of 3, Coral Coast leading Rocky at 14-3.
So Miley Ingram continuing with the pitching duties here for Rockhampton at number 9 in the batting lineup for Coral Coast.
That is hits. Good catch there at second base by the number 4 for Rocky.
Yeah, Mackenzie ball just popping that one up into the glove of Mackenzie Wright. So Mackenzie to Mackenzie.
And Mackenzie's out.
I appreciate that.
Have a quick look at that replay. It was a good catch in the end. So, yeah. It goes for the short one. That's a nice bunt. She's going to get there easily in the end. A little fumble on the pickup, and that was all the invitation the Coral Coast number 10 needed. Is that Townsend? So runner on one out here for Rockhampton in the top of the third.
Well, that was a big swing, but that is enough to allow the runner to come round onto second base.
Strike one, the count.
Breeze is picking up a bit down here now.
That one gets away.
A little bit of indecision there, I think, from Townsend, but as she watched the ball roll down the line, got herself onto third base.
Pitcher sets up, runner on 3, one out. It is low and inside for another ball.
Well, in the dirt and away there.
She slides in, able to beat the catcher coming back home. So that lead now out to 15-3 in favour of Coral Coast.
Good job from the catcher there to have a go at the tag, but Grace Townsend just too fast in the end.
Just losing her release point a little bit there. Runner will go to 1. She's going to have a look at 2. She will stay put. Catcher cleans it up well. Top of the third, one out here. Coral Coast leading 15-3.
Big swing from Alfred there.
Runner stays put at 1.
Yep. Not enough temptation for Carly Law to take off to 2 on that one.
Again, just missing that release point. Runner will go to 2 on that.
Good dancing feet from Alfred.
One and one the count here on the batter. Runner on second base. Again, behind the batter. Just losing her release point a little bit here. Number 99. Good readjust.
Again.
That was up and away, but too tempting for the batter to let it go. 2-2 now the count.
Yeah, Miley Ingram fighting her way back into this count here. See if she can dispatch Alfred.
Fouls that one off over the back net onto the roof of Brisbane Softball Association Clubhouse. Count remains unchanged, 2-2. That is low and outside. Goes for the steal to 3. And she's got to be a bit careful there. She slid very late, hit the base quite hard with her foot.
Yeah.
No damage done though.
No, just some dusty pants. She's good.
Full count now, ball 3, strike 2. That is skied very high. Shortstop calls it. Good catch there from Georgette.
2 away now here for Rockhampton.
Called early. Lovely job there by the shortstop.
Ash Ross back in here.
That is a good high outside pitch for a called first strike.
Yeah, nice pitch there by Ingram. Always a good boost to get ahead of the pitch count early.
Oh, she has a big cut at that. That's probably one of the first uncontrolled swings I've seen from Ash Ross all weekend.
It.
So her eyes lit up. I think she thought she was sending that one. She will regroup here and get straight back into it. 0-2 count now though. That is up and over. Smart batting there. That one gets away. Runner's going to come home on that one. That's that uncontrolled bounce. When it hits the corner of the block work there, it can go in any direction. Makes it hard for the catcher. So that lead for Coral Coast now out to
16-3. Oh.
Oh, she kind of wanted to go. She definitely didn't swing.
No.
So.
Ashley, I would have had some words for you if you went at that one.
In the end, it was a very good hold.
Yes.
As we get to a full count. So Ashley Ross doing the hard yards here went from 0-2 to a full count. And that is on the inside. That'll be ball 4. And time called. We've got the speed up rule. Ashley Ross as the pitcher can get a runner because there's 2 out.
So Sophie Doyle in here. Straight into it.
Rocketed. Great line drive to left field. Runners advance to first and second. So score remains unchanged though, 16-3, still 2 out. So Rocky just need 1 more. And with a force to 3, that can be any base here to get that out.
Yeah. Doyle doing well in this game. 4 on bases, 3 safe hits. Pippa Kelly in next.
That is up and away for a ball.
Two away, so Doyle playing conservatively there, not taking the steal. Oh, runner ahead of her anyway. Missed that one.
Yep.
What am I watching?
Yeah, runners on 1 and 2.
She's too little. She's blending into the grass.
That's a lovely outside pitch for a called strike. 1 and 1 now the count. And that one's in the dirt. It's blocked, but gets away from the catcher enough for the runners to advance.
Yeah.
Gets rid of that force.
So Doran with the running duties for Ashley Ross. Gets a good jump on that one.
Three and 1 now the count on the batter. Thought about going for the bunt, but it was up and in. And that is ball 4. So bases now loaded for Coral Coast, but Rocky do have 2 outs, so they just need to execute any out at any base, and they will shut this innings down. Standing between them and that is the next batter for Coral Coast. Charlie
Wager in. 2 from 3 in her appearances so far.
That is in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. Runner's going to go, gets rid of that force. Good job there. And Coral Coast extend that lead to 17-3. Ball 1 on the batter. That is low inside for a ball.
So in the dirt there, runner comes home on the bounce.
That's one hell of a slide. Gets there in the end.
Is that Sophie Doyle again with
It certainly is. It's an
not
interesting
textbook
look. So,
dive?
Yeah. She can come back and watch the replays of that. But it is 18-3 now.
And
Shout out.
Whatever works.
Shout out to the Coral Coast coach. We see here Helen Leggett letting us know, go Coral Coast, youngest coach at this championship. She is 20 years old, the Coral Coast coach.
Wow.
As that one is fouled up first baseline. And doing a great job with these young players so far. Three and 1 the count, but 2 out. Can Rocky get this out? Rockets that one up the line. It's going to bounce, gets past the right fielder.
Charlie.
That's going to be a multi-base hit.
And she is coming around.
Coach is going to hold her up on 3. Lovely triple to right field. Scores the runner as well. Great job there from the young batter.
Rocky with 2 down.
They will get the right of reply, so they will get another chance to have a bat here, Rocky. Try and put a few runs on the board if they can.
Lani Dunn just letting that one go through high and outside the zone.
Ball 1, runner on 3.
Oh, drops the short one and sneaks it in. She'll come round to 2 on the overthrow.
Was waiting for the second baser wasn't quite at the base, so held off on the throw, and that was enough to put the throw off. Have another look at there. So it was a lovely bunt in the end. Nicely done. First base is on it, but just took a little bit longer for the second base to get there, and the throw ended up behind her. 2 outs here for Rocky.
Number 9 batter now.
That is behind. Runner goes to 3. Lovely pitch. That's grounded to third base, picks it up, throws.
Great
There's
throw.
the out. Good job, Rocky. They shut it down. And this will be their last opportunity in this game to have a bat. Let's see if they come out firing here as we head into the bottom of 3. Coral Coast leading 20-3. First into bat is the left fielder for Rocky.
Yeah, Addie Goldston.
That is low and in the dirt for ball 1.
Addie got the walk last time, so we know she can definitely put a ball deep into the outfield.
That is a rocket up
As she does.
first base side.
Great hit,
That's gone
Addie.
all the way to the fence.
She
She's
is
rounding 2. Rounding 3. They're going to hold her on 3. Good call there. Stand up triple for
Addie Goldston. That was a beautiful rip into right field. Absolutely nothing the fielders could do with that one.
That is worth a replay. Look at this. Came right off the meat of the bat.
That was hard hit.
Absolute rocket to get it past right field as well. Incredible. So Rocky with a runner on 3, none out here in the bottom of the 3rd innings.
Pitcher Marley Ingram.
That's a called strike on the low outside corner. Given time left in this game, this will be the final innings. Swing and a miss there for the pitcher. 0-2 the count now, so Ash Ross jumps out to a good lead in this count. And
Just hitting that down into her own foot, I think.
no, that went
No?
straight onto the plate, rolled
there you
foul.
go. Had a dead sound. It had to hit something that had some leather in it.
So it just hit home plate and rolled foul. Count remains unchanged, 0-2. Gets a little tickle on that one, able to foul it off. That is low and inside for a ball. Lovely pitch again, able to get something on it. Stays alive in this batter's box. Rocky are not going to go down wondering here. Doing a great job staying in this battle.
She's definitely thrown a few pitches, so she might as well take as many as she can.
That one's up to second
rip.
base. Little fumble. Oh, the high throw. Oh, gets it in the end. Juggle. That had everything, that. A little fumble. A bit of a claw of an underarm throw, but good job there on first base to get the out.
Yeah, I think they'll just be happy to take that and try and forget it. Got there.
So that is the first out here in the bottom of the third innings.
Yodine now with a massive swing at that.
Yeah, Yodine is planning on putting this one over the fence, I think. Strike one though. No runners on. That run did come home in that last play. One and one now the count.
Oh, big chop out into.
Oh, centre field, a bit of a misfield though. Doesn't make a difference, so that is a good single in the end.
Mackenzie Wright watching that one go through for a ball. Big chop at that, but missing on the outside of the bat.
1 and 1 now the count. And another big swing and a miss for the second strike. Ball one, strike two. One out here for Rocky.
Yeah, good work from the Coral Coast battery here.
Low and outside for another ball.
Probably a bit too cheeky to have a third crack at that outside.
I think so. And a little scoop to second base. She's going for the double. There's one. Too slow for the second.
Good effort though.
But second out gets the lead runner. Have another look at this one. Rolls it to two. Good pickup. Gets the throw across. Well done by the shortstop. But too much pace by the number 4. She gets safely across. 2 out though. Bottom of the third and final innings here due to time.
Yeah. Georgia Aram with the single out to left field last go round.
That's a great low pitch for a called strike across the bottom of the zone.
Yeah, nice pitch there from Ross. Looking to close out this innings here and the game.
Strike 2, that's a lovely pitch. Had to have a chop at that, couldn't get bat on ball though.
Okay, tell you what, Ross put a bit of pace behind that one then.
Yeah, just getting in a late surge here. Less movement on that one, it was more of just a straight up fastball.
Yep.
Going for the outside here, a bit more movement on that, that's a great drop.
Pitch.
And that will be the end of the game as Darren calls. So Coral Coast running away with it in the end. Rocky just couldn't quite get into the game. Coral Coast victorious 20 runs to 4. As we thank you for tuning in. We have one more game for you this afternoon. It is going to be
Redlands versus Maryborough.
Yeah, interesting game. That one, Maryborough on a high after a comeback win against Rocky earlier today. We'll see what they can do. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again soon.